Virtually everybody who has kids who I've talked to will ask me at some point during the conversation about 529 plans. We as parents, as humans in general, have this desire to make things on our children easier than we had it. We went through a lot of struggle. We had a hard time paying for college. So we want to do something now as parents that will kind of ease that burden for our kids. And so they'll ask me about 529 plans to start saving for their 2-year-old, their 3-year-old, what have you, so that one day their kid can go to school. And to be honest with you, I've recently started to really sour on 529 plans. I don't think that the risk worth mitigating is your kids paying for college. I think the greater risk is that your kids will not be able to afford a house. Housing in this country has kind of gotten out of control for a lot of reasons that we won't get into. But if you want to do something to help your kids out, I don't think saving for college is it. If a child wants to go to college, I mean, think about it. They can get good grades and get a scholarship. They can play sports. They can join the military. They can get a job. I mean, what happened to the days when kids would get out of class and go bust some tables or go work at a movie theater or what have you to pay for school? Or they can use loans responsibly. They can go to school online and take cheap online classes for their associate's degree. There's a number of things that kids can do to go through and pay for school. What they cannot do is save $50,000 or $100,000 for a down payment on a house. And the risk that you have here as parents and soon to be grandparents is that your kids will go to college, they'll get married, and then they'll realize once they get their job that they can't afford to live by you. So they'll move across the country to some other smaller town or some other more affordable place. And you end up as grandparents now talking to your grandchildren and your children on Christmas and holidays over FaceTime. You meet your grandkids over Zoom and over Microsoft Teams. That's not what you want to do as a grandparent. You want to be sidelined at the soccer game or front row at the ballet recital. You want to be able to go to birthdays and baptisms and all of those things. So if you do choose to help your children, I would suggest helping them with something that they cannot help themselves with. Most people can afford the monthly payment on a house, whether they're renting or have a mortgage. What they cannot afford is that lump sum down payment to get that monthly payment where they can afford it. Your kids, as they grow up and get married, have young families, they can afford the payment for the mortgage. But the difference between them living by you 10, 15, 20 minutes away from you so you can see them on Sunday night dinners and go to all those events for the grandkids, the difference is that lump sum payment. They're gonna get your money when you die anyway. So if you're gonna save money for them, save money for an expense that they need help paying. College is not it.